Hi everyone, this is Stacy in Japan and it's been a very long time. 久しぶりだね。そうですね。Okay, I'm actually going to be talking about a very serious thing. So serious that I had to do this video right now. So serious that it is unscripted. So it might be a little long as I try to gather my thoughts. But I really need to do this video to warn you about this in Japan. Alright, so please stay with me. I just got home. Like really just got home, so my heater is not on. So I'm still trying to stay warm. So I went to my city hall or my city office last week, okay? Let me back up a bit. So I started school last year, October. I'm in university doing a master's program, but I'm not doing that master's program in Japan. I'm doing it online with a university in the UK. So I'm paying a lot of money, like a lot of money for this program. Of course, some of you might know, some of you might not know that my mom has been sick in and out of hospital and so on. And so that has been another area where a lot of finances have been pouring into. Right, particularly this year, 2019, when I went home and funded my mom's heart. It was a heart procedure, right? I did get a little bit of help, you know, from a GoFunding account. So I want to thank you guys who contributed to that. All right, so I've been spending a lot of money, more than I used to when I just came to Japan. Now in Japan, there are two social insurance programs that you are rated to be a part of. One, national health insurance. It is required by law, that you pay into the national health insurance. You pay 70%, or actually what you pay per month only covers 70% of your doctor or hospital visit, right? But by law, you're required to pay into the national health insurance scheme in Japan, by law. By law, you're also required to pay into their pension scheme. Now, if you know anything about pension is something that you expect to get when you retire, right? Now, I don't plan on retiring in Japan, right? But what is happening in Japan is that their population is aging, but there are no babies being born, right? And so there's a greater dependence on foreigners to pay into the pension system so they can offer pension to their elderly. And of course, we all want to help. We are in their country and so on. But let me tell you what I don't like about this pension system. I don't like the fact that if you stay here for 5 years and you're leaving the country, you can only claim a maximum of 3 years pension. If you stay here for 10 years, only a maximum of 3 years pension can you claim. So I'm sorry for you if you're paying pension in Japan and not paying pension in your home country, or setting aside something in your home country, because when you go back home, you won't have any pension and you'll have to start all over. So I don't like that about the pension system. I also don't like the fact that I am mandated to pay into the health insurance system, especially since I don't go to the doctor. I don't go to the pharmacy, right? And so I'm paying all this money, and I guess I can tell you how much I'm paying. I'm paying 15,400 yen every month for health insurance, and I don't go to the doctor. What's them can't talk English, so what's the point? I'm not taking a pill, and a pill them a push for me last time I went. So what's the point, you know? So I've been in Japan almost 4 years, and I've been to the doctor maybe a total of 7 times, maybe, because every year you are mandated to go and do that health checkup before you can start working. So you have to go. You have to go if you want to work in Japan, right? But when I do that, I'm not taking any pills or whatever. The other times where I thought I needed to go. When I went, they were trying to give me pills. I said, hey, I don't take pills, so hey. And it was a virus. So you know what to do with virus. You just eat up fruits and them thing there. And the virus needs time to go anyway. So me decided to say, sorry about the patois, but me really, that one here grieve me. Strong. I decided to say, alright, I'm not go back no more doctor. There's no point. Them not talk English, even though them have a sign, you know, I say, okay, English between this time and that time, and Ray. Anyway, so the real story now that you have the backstory, the real story is about today. I went to the city pension office, right? My city is very big. And because it is so big, it is broken up into what we call wards. The first time I went to my ward office about pension, I told them I was having difficulty paying because I don't pay it for 1 year. The first year I got exempted only because they calculate your pension on your previous year's salary. And since you're just working in Japan, they don't have a previous year's salary for you, so you usually get exempted. Year 2, I thought this was, the exemption was like a kind of automatic thing. No, you have to apply every year for exemption. Year 2, I applied for exemption. I didn't get any exemption. Maybe I got a 0.25% when I figured out, what they were saying and so on. Right? And pension, the full pension amount is something like approximately 16,400 yen. Now in Jamaican, that would be almost 20,000 Jamaican dollars every month for pension, right? Oops, sorry about that, sorry. No editing is going on here, right? So I actually did not pay my second year until the end of the second year when it was due, right? And I ended up paying it all at once because guess what? They must send one whole heap of bills at your house. And when you not pay them there, they must send one next set of bills. And when you not pay that, then them send one letter. And when you not respond to that, them start call you. And remember now, them not talking in English. Right? So it started to get really frustrating and draining. And I'm talking about pension. Now, for whatever reason, even though them claims say it mandated to pay pension, unlike the health insurance, pension is paid through invoices. But the health insurance is deducted directly from my account. Now, why them never set it up the same way? It's something or something. I start not trust Japan. Them integrity very questionable. Right? But at the same time, I don't want my integrity to be questioned. So I am trying to get these people to understand the difficult position I am and that I can't pay. So my ward office told me them can't deal with it. Them not deal with that. All them want to do is collect the money. So I must go to my city office, the city that deals with all the wards. So I went there today. And as a matter of fact, I went there last week, but when I went there, they had no interpretation service available at the time I went. So I had to get time off from work to go back there today. So we got the interpretation service, and basically them doing business. What they do in Japan, they simply look at your last year or previous year's salary and make their calculations of that. They don't care if you have dependents. They don't care if you are studying in university, unless it's a Japanese university. If it's a Japanese university, then you can get exempted. But if it's a university outside of Japan, not gonna work. As a matter of fact, the lady was so specific. She said, if the university is a little small university or one language school, them not in that. It have to be a big recognized university for them to consider giving you an exemption from paying pension. Right? So, basically they're looking at me and telling me that they don't care. They don't care what personal expenses I have. Them want their money. Right now, me is a very personal and very personable person. And when you show me say you don't care, it make me not care. Honestly, that's how I feel. I mean, the love of God does compel me to love and to care still. You know, but guess what? If I'm having a difficult time, I'm having a difficult time. And you are not assisting me in any way. But let me be fair. They said 50% exemption. So they're asking me to pay 50%. So now remember, year 1, I didn't pay anything. I paid 0 because it was my first time in Japan. Year 2, I paid it late. I paid it at the end of the year, basically. Right? And I paid almost 200,000 Jamaican dollars. So I paid like 150,000 something yen. Right? Year 3 is when I actually started university. My university tuition is 2.5 million Jamaican dollars or 2.2 million yen. Right? I tell them I cannot afford to pay pension and health insurance. Pension and health insurance. But now I got a doctor, so that makes it even worse. I don't want to pay health insurance. And health insurance is not refundable. You don't get back anything from the health insurance. And I'm not going to the doctor and I'm paying into this system. But of them laws. So guess what? If you are coming to Japan, ensure that you are ready to what? To uphold the laws of the land. Of course, we all should. You're coming out people in them country and you want to better yourself. You need to follow the rules and so on. But my issue is that they don't consider anything else. They don't consider any other factors as long as it's not related to Japan. Right? So, of course, my mother's heart operation was, let me see, 780,000 Jamaican dollars. So that would be call it 700,000 yen about, right? They don't care because guess what? My mother is not in Japan. So the money is not being spent in Japan. So they don't care about any other expenses that you have. All they're looking at is your previous year's salary. So let me warn us all. Count the cost. Count the cost of coming to Japan. If you want to come to Japan, if you have plans and so on. So with all of that pension situation, I went back to my city office, right? And tried to plead with them. Sorry about the long video, but I'm just doing it all one time. I went to plead with them to say, okay, I can't afford to pay a pension. And you guys are taking this amount every month. And I can't afford it either, but it is coming directly out of my account. Right? So, me have to try and scramble around and, you know, get creative with food and them thing there. And paying bills, other bills. Right? The long and short is, if I'm working above a certain amount, I have to pay that. And this is where I'm very touchy about Japan. Because in the same city, everybody are mind them own business. In the same city, everybody are mind them own business. I have friends who are paying in the same city 5,000 yen. I am paying 15,000 yen. I have friends in the same city paying 20,000 yen. Yeah? So and we work at the same place. As a matter of fact, they work more than me because they have part-time job and them thing there. So, them can't tell me nothing. God know. So guess what? Make up on the mind. You want to come to Japan? And make sure say you're ready for pay in a them system. That was a little freeze. I don't know what going to happen to this video because I'm talking long now. If you're coming here, decide if you're going to stay here for more than 3 years or if you plan to retire here or what. Because remember, unless you plan to give Japan your money, you won't be getting back more than 3 years pension. And the health insurance you pay, you won't be getting back any at all. right? And the solution for me to, oh, go to the doctor doesn't work because you still have to pay 30%. And when I got doctor for them, not talk English, most of them. And all them do a push pill. Me not interested in that. So I'd rather to have my money that I'm paying into this health insurance system so I can buy up some more fruits and buy some organic foods. But I don't have that option. So count the cost of coming to Japan. Do you really want to come to Japan? It might not be the place for you. But hey, I'm here and, you know. But it's a learning lesson and I just had to share this experience with you. I'll come back with some other videos which I've been wanting to do for a long time. But the time. But this one really hit me hard today. So I had to share a kind of share and venting kind of situation. So thank you so much for listening to the end. If you have a similar experience in Japan about the pension and health insurance, those social systems in Japan, please let me know. Tell me, what do you do? Right? Because they're telling me if I don't pay what I owe for last year, that 50%, and the last year is from July to July or something like that, or April to July, something like that. If I don't pay, they're going to come to my apartment and seize my possessions. I tell them I don't have anything. The fridge in here is not mine. The TV in here is not mine. The washing machine is not mine. It come with the apartment. But they don't care about that. So until next time, this is Stacy in Japan. At first, when I see that kind of video, you know, when I'm kind of really angry, right? But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Our time for some food. Bless up. Thank you.